For those who don't know, because history, geography is not very strong in this country, what part of France was occupied? What wasn't? What kind of influence did the Germans have where you were living? Was it free France?
Let's say the occupied Germany was half the up part of France and the coast, of course, all the Atlantic coast. And the free France was between the occupied zone, the occupied coast, and basically the River de Cher, which is under Orleans. So you had that big part, but the German came in. The Free France was just for a period of time. Then they came in, and that was it. It was, come on, it was the end of it.
So how did you try to escape, get away from that German occupation influence into taking you bodily into Germany to work?
In many ways, my dear, in many ways. For example, I went, the French, they made something they called the Chantier de Jeunesse. The Chantier de Jeunesse were the army with no armaments. So you were working, exactly like in the army, but with nothing in your hands. It was ridiculous. And the uniform, I was in Miers, in the south of France, and living, in a hotel, which was a big British, because the English, they did like the French Riviera, and especially Nice. And so in here, there was a Hôtel des Anglais, and the Chantier de Jeunesse, I had a bed in the hotel as a military, so it was not too bad,
right.
Except that the food was miserable, of course. And at the time, the Germans say, you have to prove that you have an occupation in agriculture or something like that, otherwise you go to Germany. So I tried to have a certificate by one of my uncle, he was a Dominican. And there was a big place of pilgrimage in La Sainte-Baume, which was several buildings together. So he was the director of that. So I said he could, and he had sheep, he had a lot of things. So I said he could make me a certificate. But before I had the certificate, the Germans said, no more certificate, everybody to Germany. And I run away. Everybody run away, all the birds run away.